Good morning. Welcome to Words from a Friend podcast. I'm your host, Marty Curie, and this is the podcast where we follow along with my 365-day guide to a purposeful life called Words from a Friend, a daily guide to a purposeful life. You can find it on Amazon.com and BarnesandNoble.com. And today we are on episode number 11. Episode number 11 is our January 11th date in the book, if you're following along with the book. And today's message is forgiving yourself. Letting go of guilt, shame, and your past. Guilt and shame are useless emotions for the person of power. They're not useless, right? They're guides. Every one of our emotions is a guide. You got to read your emotion. What am I guilty about? What do I feel shame for? Can I correct that? Yeah, correct it with one of your higher emotions. And love isn't an emotion. Love is who you are. So you correct those things with that love, some compassion, some forgiveness. Guilt and shame, it's usually apology that's necessary, right? These are the release valves. So we don't store that stuff in here. Apology and forgiveness on the other side, they're both release valves. And like they say, sometimes you're not forgiving for the other person necessarily. You're forgiving to get that anvil out of there. That anvil of guilt or shame. Apology and forgiveness, that's what they are. And apology and forgiveness are love's higher energies. Those are the higher energies, your higher self. You go to your higher toolbox. And, apology can be tough, because you don't know if it's a two-way street. There maybe should be an apology coming your way as well. And you'd have to risk apologizing and not getting one in return because somebody might not be ready on the other side. They might still be stuck in that ego, and everybody has a different processing rate that they process through these things as, especially anger, especially after, some kind of an ego battle that we've had. So apology and forgiveness are the release valves of those for guilt, shame, and listen, guilt and shame lead to self-hatred. You gotta let that stuff out as it goes. Remember, mindfulness, the journey of mindfulness is taking care of things in the moment, being present, saying, "Oh, I've done this before. I'm not going to do that the same way." You know what I mean? And you learn that the higher energies that you have in love, the compassion, forgiveness, apology, all of those good things, that's what enriches your life, because you're using your soul to paint your life. Be a soul writer or a soul painter or a soul, whatever it is that you do. Put soul in front of it. You're going to put more into it, right? The ego just has its conditioned stuff. So it's limiting. It's limited. But your soul is unlimited. It's unlimited. And, stuff like laughter and, friendship, all that stuff that brings you up. This is the year to do more of that, give more of that. And you're going to say, wow, I could have been doing this all along. I had it in me. I just had to let go of the garbage that was holding me back. And it's in there in your ego. That's the garbage that's holding you back, constantly comparing yourself to others and, gossiping and, this all the bitching and moaning stuff that we've all been doing for for so long that we bring the whole place gets brought down by that. But, listen, the world has gotten a lot smaller, hasn't it? So we connect those lights and the whole world goes like this. You wait and see. That's what's happening. Jump in. The water's warm. All right? So forgiving yourself is the first order of business. God knows what's going on here. You know what I mean? This is the realm created as part of God. This is a school, and it's not an easy one. So if you're here, you're already a master. So just master you. You don't have to master the world. You're just mastering you. All right? One day at a time. A little bit at a time. That's all God expects. He already knows our stupidity is built in. It's already built in. We're like a planet of kindergartners the way we conduct ourselves. But that's changing. We're becoming aware. We're becoming conscious of who we really are. And that's what this podcast is about. awakening to who you really are. And that is leaving behind the stuff that weighs us down, that's weighed us down for far too long, and using that light in any darkness that you have. It's just a better way. I'm not saying it's, putting a light on, everything's easy. No, turn your light on and then you're aware, and now you're more capable, and now you are more responsible, able to respond instead of react. It's different. It's a whole different vibe, responding and reacting. So we're going to be doing some responding this year, responding with you know what. All right? Your decision to hold on to this backpack of burdens is the very thing that's holding you back from being all God created you to be, holding you back from expressing your best and highest self, and holding you back from giving and receiving unconditional love from yourself and those around you. All right, listen, a lot of you out there are givers. There's no question. You just give, and you're like, oh man, if I just wish I would get some of this in return. You know what I mean? Well, you know what? This is what this is all about. It's coming to you. All right. Do not stop. Do not stop, because that is who you are. You can't stop if you wanted to. You're here to spread your light, and just do it. Just amp it up. And for those people who know how to give love but don't know how to receive it, they don't feel worthy of it. Well, that's where this guilt and shame crap comes in, right? Guilt and shame are just signposts to say, all right, how can I repair some of this stuff? And how can I use my truth, my heart's truth, my soul's truth, the real truth to do it? You're going to find that when you do that, your heart grew 3 sizes that day because you became more real. You became more real in your relationship, whatever that was. You can admit you're wrong, or admit that, I see my role in this, and I want better for us. I want better for everybody. But I want to let go of this stuff so that I can rise and not feel so heavy and weighed down in this dense 3D world that we're in, right? We're getting rid of that density. We're all letting it go as one big family so that we can all see from a higher perspective who we are to each other. And that's progress. That's real progress. Moving back into the heart is real progress. Moving from the soul every day is real progress. Each day is like a gift of a brand new life. Wait, let me go back to that. Guilt and shame are just a couple more examples of the lower energies of your ego or false self. Just recognizing and accepting this truth will give you power to move past your past and into the present moment where all your power exists. It doesn't exist yesterday. I can't do anything about yesterday. I can only do something about it now, in the now, which it's always now. When your day comes, man, just do the things you got to do. Stay on top of your life. Stay on top of your life. And you do that by staying in a good mindset. And we'll help you keep you there, okay? Each day is like a gift of a brand new life. You need to finally take off the backpack of woes. Forgive yourself for carrying it way too long and move forward with a new vision of yourself and your life. Got to create a new vision. Even if it's one little small part of it, the rest of it will come. Say, what step can I take towards this new vision? And are my actions in, collaboration with that? You're always forgiven from God. God is not the big judgmental throw the lightning bolt through you. God wants you to come home to love, because that's where God is. The heaven within is you, your spiritual self, your forever self. You're coming home to that, and that's powerful, man. That's where all the good stuff is to give to your family and to give to every part of your life. That's your shine. Your ego is not your shine. Your ego is your dull. Your spirit is your shine. And you're already it. Whether you believe it or not, you're already it. You're already it. So today's call to action is visualize putting down your backpack of burdens. See all those. Yesterday I talked about Bruce Lee, and one of the great things he did when he was also a philosopher, and one of the great things he did was when he was feeling limited, like he's small and his ego's got him with all that self-loathing crap and feeling small, self-doubt. That self-doubt, that's going too this year. No more self-doubt. When you know who you are, it's like, I got the best partner in the universe rooting for me, wanting me to deliver my gifts to the world, saying, don't bury them. Use them. That's what I gave you them for. You're here to have some fun with those, right? Whatever it is. You know what it is. It's in your heart. And if it don't know what it is, ask the light. Say, help me find my purpose. What is it? What is it that's going to light me up? It's not the stuff that the world has told you that lights you up in the past. All that garbage. It's going to be doing meaningful things. Meaningful things from here forward with people around you. That's the goal that when you go home to the other side, you go, I created a great ride. I created a great ride for me and the people around me because I was aware of my own garbage and aware of the gifts that God gave me. So that's where you take the backpack off and say, I got to do this part more. The other part doesn't serve me. No, it doesn't serve you. Just let all those things, those lower energies, propel you back upwards and say, what would love have to say about this? Because that's who I am. Okay? Be easy on yourself. Be easy on the journey. Love yourself. Pat yourself on that back every little way. Remember, each small victory leads to a big victory. Just don't worry about when or how. Do the things you know to do. Do those things you know to do and put your good sauce in there. And you'll see. It'll grow. And good things will come from it. They may redirect you, and you go, yeah, but I thought it was going to be. You're being redirected to something even better. If it doesn't happen the way you want to, God goes, I got something better for you. Keep going. Are you going to keep going or are you going to quit? No. Keep going. It'll show up. That's the trust. That's the faith. And that's who you really are. Just align with who you really are. And that's the most authentic you can be. So I say, have a great day, everybody. Much love to all. And go out and use the good stuff. You know what to do. Much love.